Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Jerryatrick Show. This is an improv comedy podcast, and I'm your co-host, Emmett.
And I'm your co-host, Seb, here to bring you the wacky adventures of our favorite old geriatrics. Jerry, played by Emmett, and Patrick, played by myself.
These two lively characters have seen it all and subsequently forgotten it all.
From reminiscing about the good old days to navigating the absurdities of the retirement home, Jerry and Patrick keep finding themselves lost in their stories.
Joining them is a cast of ridiculous characters who are brought to life through their stories and our voices.
Whether they're engaging in spicy gossip or attempting to understand the latest technology, there is always a dull moment with these two.
So, grab your cup of lukewarm tea, sit back, and prepare to be entertained by the comedic brilliance of Jerry and Patrick. Thanks for listening.
Patrick.
What? We're here. Why are we here?
What?
Who?
What? Well, that was. But that's
Jerry.
Jerry. Oh.
Are we recording a podcast?
Oh.
And my name is
Ambush.
Patrick.
Ambush. We're having an ambush.
And together,
Why is that? We are.
we're
Jerryatrick.
Jerryatrick.
Welcome to the Jerryatrick Show.
Welcome to our show.
You can start with that.
Jerry, I don't know. Something just came out of me.
Oh, who is it? Is it your regular? Is your voice coming back? Is it?
It was the demon from my past.
Oh, we're going back into the past. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
Wait, who are
Welcome
we?
to... Yeah, who is this? We've broken character now.
Oh God, no, we're not supposed to do this. Wait, we can actually remember. We're not Jerry and Patrick. We remember the intro. Welcome to the Jerryatrick Show. I'm Emmett.
Welcome to the Jerryatrick Show. I'm Sebastien. I almost just said Patrick.
I believe it. He's so in character. He never
I
gets
am.
out of it.
I'm so
He's
used
always...
to saying it.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah. And we're the voices of the Jerryatrick. I'm sure you probably know, hopefully from our intros and outros, but this is us.
Yep. This is us.
And today we thought we'd do a little different recording because today, well, as of the recording day, it's our anniversary of uploading our first episode.
Wow.
November
Yes,
28th,
so
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the date of recording. That is the date of our first episode.
Yes. The date of recording was like months prior to that. But the first episode that was released.
Yes, the first episode that was released.
Yeah.
The first two, actually.
The first two, right. We did 2 episodes that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it would be as like nice little reunion and kind of be fun to have like a meta episode to talk with the audience a little bit about the history and why we started the podcast and just give a little bit about that.
Okay,
and we might
go for it.
we might occasionally just play into the character with it a little bit too.
What?
We could just drop right in. Who are you? What's going on?
What are we talking about right now?
We're talking about Emmett, Jerry, and Patrick.
Oh, I know that guy. Who's that? I don't know them. Who are they, Jerry?
I don't know.
Who, Emmett?
You. It's
What?
okay.
I'm not Emmett.
So, Jerry and Patrick, the origins. Well, God, I think around 2019, 2020, Seb and I were living together during university, and we always would break into little bits and be funny and silly together. And as always with most people, we try, do little impressions of different ages, and we eventually kind of came into doing one for our old age. And I just kind of remember one day we just started talking kind of like Jerry and Patrick. This became our old man voice, and we would do little bits back and forth. We didn't really have a name for it or anything. And then one day I said, I think the way I remember it, the way Jerry and Emmett remembers, is that I was like, oh, my name is Jerry. And that's all I think I just gave Seb that. And I swear, I think like 5 minutes later, he was like, my name is Patrick, because together we're Jerryatrick. And I was like, oh my... comedic.
Yeah, I was just slamming it together. I was like, we gotta have some sort of joke or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, and
we're
as soon as you said Jerry, I was like, oh, Jerry, like Jerryatricks, you know? I just had to figure out a name that was Atrick.
and you did.
Patrick's the closest. Yeah,
And you did.
I did.
And it was born from there. And we just kind of did silly bits from it. We would.
I remember us a lot when, like, before we even started getting the voices, we just getting up or moving around the house. We made it sound like a ridiculous effort and like we were the frailest people ever, you know? So I'd get up out of a chair and be like, oh, and then like start going to walk to the kitchen or whatever we needed. And so,
Oh, my back.
you know,
Oh.
yeah, eventually we're like, oh, my back. You know, and started playing it up into bits like we did. And somehow came to the voices that are Jerry and Patrick.
They've been talked for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember some of those early ones. We would just be across the house and be like,
Patrick! Patrick! Patrick, I've fallen and I can't get up. Patrick, can you help me, Patrick? And then Patrick would never come because he had also fallen at the same time.
Yeah. We were both incapacitated.
Incapacitated. I mean, we could just go spend out. We would just shout at each other across the house because we live, same house, but we were at basically the retirement home set up at our house.
Yeah, basically the retirement home set up before they dragged us to the actual retirement home.
Yeah, hellish days.
Yeah.
and then I think we really extra took it seriously when we did the Halloween. We went as Jerry and Patrick for Halloween, which by far was one of this is when we really started the characters getting to have them as characters, and we were like, it's Halloween. I think this was Halloween of 2022.
2021, I think.
Maybe 2021, the year prior. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just went to Savers and bought all the old clothes. We bought flannels and sandals and.
I went to Walgreens and bought a cane.
Seb went full out with the cane. Seb got us makeup as well, and he helped it. We emphasized our cheeks. The art,
all the lines on our face.
The photo that you can see of us on our website, jerryatrickpod.podbean.com, or on our YouTube, the YouTube banners, and wherever you see those two of us, that's our Halloween costume. That was the only photo we actually got of it, which is really unfortunate. We don't have a better photo.
Surely someone else has a photo from the party we were at, because we went to a party and we stayed in character for a pretty good time at the party, just being Jerry and Patrick, so people would try and offer us drinks.
We're like, what are you offering me? I don't know what you're offering me. What is this?
Why are there so many
What kind of potion are you offering me, you witch?
Obviously, to a real witch.
well, to clarify, we were hosting the party too. It was our party.
Yeah.
And yeah, staying in character for most of it. And a lot of these people were new people. Some of them I didn't know. And just people would think we would be Emmett, and then they would not get a response.
Who's Emmett? Who's Emmett? Who's Seb? I don't know. I don't know these two fellas. They're young folks because there's no young folks around here. There's only old folks here.
Then the party got a little too loud, and I had to break character because our landlady came over, and I had to kind of make everyone go quiet.
I still think you should have just done it as Patrick.
As Patrick?
Whoa.
Yeah, as Patrick. We stole the name of our landlady for a character in the show. Hopefully she doesn't listen. Maybe she does. Probably not after the first couple of episodes.
Oh, yikes, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to remember that. It's a good name for it.
Yeah. We won't say which character. You guys will have to figure that out.
You have to figure out. Yep, you'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
There. You want to tell with your
Yeah.
how it became into becoming a podcast, or like?
Well, I mean, we kind of just started. We were thinking about it, you know, and talking about it while we were just doing all these bits because we were like, these are really funny. We should record these. And we'd be like, yep. And then that was it, you know.
Yeah.
We never did anything about it. And then we had both graduated college and we're heading off to do the post-college thing of like go take a trip somewhere. And we were both going to Europe. And right before we left, we were doing
The night before.
The night before. Was it the night before?
Yeah, it was the night before you left.
The night before I left, we were, you know, hanging out, doing impressions and stuff, and we started doing Jerryatrick, and my parents were there, and they loved it. They were like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. You guys should start a podcast with that. You know, and we're like, wow, surely if outside people other than ourselves like this bit that we're doing, then yeah, we should probably record it and give it out to, you know, the people of the world. And so we met up in Europe, in Amsterdam, and, you know, we had a day of doing Amsterdam things, you know, drugs and art and museums, very fun. And we, you know, come to settle down in this park at sunset. Absolutely beautiful, you know, sun rays coming through the trees and everything like that. Maybe that's where Patrick got his love of sun rays.
Oh.
And yeah, we were there just chilling, and we were like, you know what, let's record an episode of the Jerryatrick show, which became the very, very first episode. And then I think a little while later, once I had returned to the States, Emmett here, I think we just started doing our recording setup.
Yep.
You know, which is pretty low quality. I don't know if we've posted pictures of it before, but it's usually just at closets of some form that we can just jam ourselves into. And yeah, from there we started recording and putting out the regular episodes.
Yep. Exactly like that. Yeah, the first,
Yep.
I think the first, besides the first episode, which was just literally just recorded in a park, every other one was recorded in my bathroom in Spain. Because also a thing to note, probably if you're savvy enough to notice, we are not actually in the same room or same country. I'm in Spain, and Seb is in the U.S.
The U.S.
So we have a whole other fun aspect to this, that we have about a 3-second delay. And so we had to get good at knowing how to talk with this 3-second delay.
Yeah, and play off each other with that.
Mm-hmm. And
but you guys don't hear any of that.
No.
That gets edited out.
Yeah, we do it via a clever little trick. But anywho, right now I'm recording literally into my dresser. That's my professional setup.
Yeah, I am inside a closet, as you can maybe hear by the acoustics.
But
you know,
it's so much fun.
Sometimes my room is like a closet. Let me tell you what, the retirement home does not give you a lot of space.
Oh, well, just enough space to get up and hopefully walk somewhere.
Just enough space, yeah, I don't know. And then my grandson or something figured out how to put a microphone in here.
Oh, that's a whole
Just
other aspect.
Open the door, give me my oatmeal, and turn on the recording.
Well, some
It's a
days they don't.
prison.
Some days they don't even open the door. They just have the little flap on the bottom. They just slide the food through.
They have one on top too. They can slide it open and look at me.
And I don't have control over that. They can slide it open. I can't lock it.
They can. No, I have no control over it. There's no door handle on the inside, so I can't even get out.
Yeah, a good segue into, like, I think part of the fun of this too is, like, when doing a podcast on this, the retirement home really kind of became an aspect that it initially really was just us too.
Become its own character.
It's become its own character, and that has been. I mean, I hope that y'all have enjoyed it as much as we have, kind of crafting this imaginary hellscape of creative nonsense. Like, that's really what it is. It's just you don't know if Jerry and Patrick are telling the truth. You don't know if it's happening or if it isn't. Who these characters are, and that has been a fun aspect of it. Like, yeah, even like that, right? Just like, do the doors have doorknobs on it?
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, most of the time we're just improving it, so we just come up with, like, well, what if it was a prison cell or something akin to that, you know? And I feel like that's how a lot of the craziness in the retirement home
Yeah, like,
how a lot of the craziness in the retirement home like comes about.
Yeah, just from pure improv randomness. And Seb and I have known each other for basically 10 years now, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nuts. It's a long time.
A whole decade.
A whole decade, which is God knows how long Jerry's been there. I don't know.
Felt like I'd slept a whole decade last night.
Some days feel like a decade. Some days I wake up and I
I
just
know.
sit. I mean, golly.
They were
When you
shaking
told
me and I wouldn't wake up.
No, when you told me... when you told me that fun idea of sitting and watching paint dry... Oh, wait, no, that was my idea. You didn't tell me that. When I sat and
No,
watched
that-
paint dry...
You did
Oh,
that while
wait.
everyone was gone.
Oh, that felt like a decade.
Well, I was out there on the mean streets of the retirement home, slinging oatmeal to the masses.
Making them big bucks. Slinging oatmeal to the masses. That's our next album name.
There we go. With our hit song, Oatmeal.
And our next hit song, Raisins.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really proud of us on what we've accomplished with it.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I can't believe we've stuck with it for 32 episodes.
Yeah, 33
You
if you
know.
include the missing 8th episode.
Oh yeah, the missing 8th episode.
That episode.
That episode was quite a quite
Well,
a train wreck.
We'll maybe consider releasing that one day. Well, one day.
Yeah,
Still,
maybe.
okay. But like
If people let us know.
in serious, like this does take a decent amount of effort to plan, and especially on your part, I have to shout out Seb. Seb does 98% of the editing on all of the sound. I've done like 3 episodes of editing, and Seb is the man behind the sound, the man behind putting the audio together
Yeah.
and getting it all working, cutting out all the coughs and burps and farts and silences and the
Yep.
when we just
Leaving some of them in.
when we just don't know what to do next, and so we just stop and we talk, and then we figure out where we're gonna go, and then we just cut that out.
Yep. And then trying to figure out how to make it sound somewhat normal.
Yep.
You know.
With that good
Yeah,
delay.
it is fun though. Because you know I get the BTS of the Jerryatrick show, so I get to re-listen to all the jokes that we made, and you know, I always forget, you know, what jokes were made, or sometimes I don't even hear them until I'm in the edit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. And bits that we did that, you know, make me laugh throughout recording them and, you know, re-editing them. So I'll have to listen to it, you know, 4 or 5 times.
Right. You really get the story ingrained. So,
Yeah.
Thank you for that podcast. Thank you for that.
Of course. Well, I mean, wouldn't be able to do it without you, so.
There's the other 50%.
The other 49%. I don't know.
I'm the top 1% of the top 1%.
You are indeed the top 1% of the top 1%. You are just like a
I
tiny...
have eaten Bernie Sanders and the rest of the billionaires.
You've
I have
eaten
absorbed
them?
their power
Wow.
into my bones.
Is that what you put into the oatmeal?
Yeah, I'm powered by Congress.
Oh my God.
Age 65 and plus, so 90%.
You are the top 90% of Congress. You have consumed Congress.
I've absorbed them through my skin to my bones.
Golly, you've absorbed a lot of corruption.
It's okay, that comes out the other end.
It's okay, my immune system is quite good at it. I've been doing it for long enough.
Patrick, not the hero we deserve, but the one we need.
Oh. Yeah, golly.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite episode?
I have a favorite. Favorite episode. My favorite episode has got to be the one with Brett, because that one was done in Sweden. So that was we filmed we recorded two episodes while we were in Europe, because we went to Amsterdam and then Seb and I flew to Sweden to see a high school friend, and while there. We were at a Chinese restaurant and we got him into character and we were like, let's record an episode here. And it might not be as it might not be as funny on microphone. I don't know. I think it's pretty damn funny to listen to. But in that moment, that was one of the most pure Jerry and Patrick conversations with and Matthias. His name is Matthias. His character just turned out to be so funny because it was just he tested our improv skills with that, and that was the first quote unquote guest, even though the episode was released much later. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that one's a good one. That one was a lot of fun to do. We got to get more of our external guests in here.
It's a goal of ours.
The Barbaras and the Bretts and should all be bees.
What about your episode? Funny. What's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode is probably El Jerry. El Jerry.
Cuando Jerry empieza a hablar en español porque...
What the hell are you saying?
That one I think was one of the funniest episodes because you just pulled off the Spanish transition so well, and just having Patrick being like, what are you saying? It's just so funny. And then a close second for sure is the quotes.
Oh, yes.
The quotes episode. That one, I don't know. It's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
It took extra effort editing and finding the right songs and it took a surprising amount of organization of each of the quotes to try and make sure each one's got long one, a short one, it's all balanced. So, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm happy with the way it came out.
I'm very happy with that one. Was one of those. That's one of those little creative extra types. Those are quite fun, and you have a little folder of recorded quotes too, things that you've snipped from episodes too, right? The little one-shot sayings.
I haven't done it for some of the more recent episodes, but it'd be fun to go back maybe and get some voice clips.
There's a good fun ones. Yeah, good question. Those favorite episodes. Oh,
yeah.
What a story and a time, and I'm so grateful to have this, and I can't wait to see where it keeps going. Yes. Anything else to talk about?
We can't wait to see. I don't know. We can't wait to see. I mean, I've been able. I know. Huh? Your glasses are on the floor. That's why you can't see me.
My glasses are on the floor. Yeah, I can't see them either.
You're a million miles away, even though in the podcast it claims that we're next door to each other.
What do you mean? We're right next to each other. What are you talking about? Jerry, you can hear me.
I can hear you. That's right. How do I
see
you?
You can hear me. You can see me. We must be right next to each other.
If I can hear you and I can see you, am I you?
No.
Okay.
Are you me?
Yes.
Who's me?
You.
Where are they?
Yes.
I can't find them.
Don't find them.
I can't see me. Where are they?
It sounds like a you problem.
We are grateful for all of you listening, and we want to hear more from you. I have created a little poll, little survey. It'll be in the show notes, and we hope that you can fill it out and give us some feedback, give us some thoughts, tell us what you like, what you don't like about the show, because we haven't done a proper audience contact form, and you all are as important as we are on this podcast. This is a two-way thing, so...
Give us some input into the show, so that way we can make it better for you. the listener.
Hopefully this episode will inspire you to listen to some of our earlier ones. And thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for listening. This is the Jerryatrick Show, and I'm Emmett. I am peacing out. Ta-ta.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, and thank you for listening to our show.
Thanks for listening. If you like this show, please give us a review on your respective podcast platform and share it with your friends. It really helps. And want to join in on more geriatric fun? Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram by searching The Jerryatrick Show. That's spelled Jerryatrick. Thanks.